Hello and welcome to Chang Fai channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, click and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest report, our latest news and special features. Today, we bring you an in-depth look at Adut Kirmayadit, the Presidential for Special Program, her recent public activities and the national reaction to her role in South Sudan political landscape. Adut Kirmayadit was appointed by President Salva Kiir Mayardit as his presidential envoy for special program. From the beginning, she has chosen a highly visible and active approach, which is a marked departure from the style of her predecessor, Vice President Dr. Benjamin Bolmel. Bolmel was often criticized for keeping a low profile and rarely engaged with citizens or visiting important institutions. In contrast, Adut has visited senior leader, liberation heroes, and hospitals, prisons, and veteran politicians, making her one of the most visible figures in recent South Sudanese politics. Analysts said her public engagement may serve dual purposes, showing respect for national history while also building her own influence within the government circles. Adut has been seen in several public movements that have captured national attention. Most notably, she knelt before elder statesmen such as Buna Malwal and Joseph Lagu, gesture widely shared on social media. Many view this action as symbol of humility, respect, and continuity with the country liberation story. She has also held meetings with Vice President Bolmel and other senior leaders, signaling her willingness to learn from experience while charting a new path in governance. Recent Adut visit Eastern Equatorial State, where she received a warm welcome from Governor Louis Lubong and large crowd of citizens. Her visit included interaction with family returning from Kenya Kakuma refugee camp via Kapwa County, who had returned home after humanitarian food aid from the Kenya government and UN agencies was temporarily suspended. Many citizens were also hoping Adut would visit Dr. Riek Machar, the first vice president of South Sudan. Dr. Riek Machar, who is currently under house arrest, as a gesture of peace and unity, people expected her to speak to her father, President Kiir, about the possibility of Machar release. This move could have been seen as a symbolic step toward reconciliation, but the visit did not take place, leaving many South Sudanese disappointed and still waiting for a signal of dialogue and peace. Political analysts note that this expectation reflects the high hopes citizens have for the younger generation of leaders to promote national unity and address long-standing political dispute. Well, Chang Fai channel conducted a street interview to understand the significance of Adut public engagement. It is important to consider the historical role of South Sudanese women in politics. Traditionally, leadership was male-dominated and public role for women were eliminated. Adut visibility, especially in symbolic act of respect toward elder statesmen and so on, represent a modern approach to leadership combining youth, humility, and political engagement. Her interaction with liberation heroes are particularly meaningful in a country where historical memory and respect for those who fought for independence remain deeply valued. Political analysts in Juba suggest that Adut's strategy could reshape public perception of the presidency. She is connected directly with citizen, refugee returnees, and senior officials, sending a message of transparency and approachability. Some analysts believe her efforts are also strategically designed to strengthen her influence within government decision-making circles while respecting senior leader legacies. Her attention to humanitarian issues like supporting family returning from refugee camp show her focus on people immediate need, which is a contrast to the more distant approach of previous officials. However, some critics argue that her role as a presidential envoy may not carry sufficient authority to drive majority policy change, and she may encounter resistance from established power holders. Citizens are urging Adu to advise her father to fight corruption at all levels of government, promote and supervise key infrastructure projects across the country, ensure timely payment of salaries for civil servants, support youth empowerment program and women initiatives. Additionally, many South Sudanese hope she would take initiative in mediating the release of Dr. Riek Machar as a major step toward national reconciliation and political stability. The lack of follow-through on this issue has left mixed feeling among the public, highlighting both hope and frustration. Adu Mayadi's active public role is sparking debate across South Sudan, with many young citizens inspired by her visibility and approachability, while some remain skeptical about her actual influence on policy decisions. The expectation, or what the people are expecting from her, is to mediate between her father and Dr. Riek Machar, demonstrates the high hope placed on younger leader to bring peace, unity, and effective governance to the nation. What do you think about Adu Mayadi's effort so far? Can she influence national decision and promote peace in South Sudan? Many citizens of South Sudan have been hopeful that Adu Mayadi could play a key role in national reconciliation. A significant expectation is that she would intervene on behalf of Dr. Machar, who remained under house arrest, by speaking directly to her father, President Salva Kiir Mayardit, about the possibility of his release. Supporters believe that if Adu successfully convinced her father, it could reignite dialogue between the two leaders and reopen channel for peace negotiation. Such a move would not only be symbolic, showing that younger generation of leaders care about unity, but it could also pave the way for meaningful discussion that address political division and ongoing conflict in the country. Political analysts say that while Adu does not have formal authority, decision, her influence as the presidential envoy and the president's daughter give her a unique position to mediate sensitive issues. If President Kiir agreed to release Dr. Machar, it could reduce tension among political factions. It could reassure citizens that dialogue and compromise are possible. It could also encourage regional and international actors to support peace effort to reconciliation. However, experts caution that the success of such an initiative depends entirely on President Salva Kiir Mayardit's willingness to accept advice and engage in serious dialogue. Without his cooperation, even the best effort by Adu may not result in immediate change, though it could still build up among citizens and signal a desire for peace. Well, public sentiment reflects this mix of hope and cautious optimism. Many South Sudanese are watching closely, hoping that conversation between Adu and her father could mark the beginning of a new chapter in the nation's pursuit of stability and unity. In short, the release of Dr. Machar, prompted by Adu's intervention, is widely seen as a critical step toward ending political dialogue and fostering lasting peace, but only if it is accompanied by commitment to dialogue, compromise, and reconciliation from all sides. Well, this is what I have for you. If you are new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe and do not forget to hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.